Welcome to a Friday fireside chat, not in front of the fire, but in front of the blackboard here. Today's video comes from a comment that I got, and I see where they're coming from, but it's also, I want to clear things up, at least kind of from my vantage point of how I view the whole full-time trader situation. So let's first just get to this comment, and then I'll kind of dig more into the way I view all of this. So Mr. Big Time says, anyone who says they are a part-time trader means they failed as a full-time trader. It's a tough business. As you saw, their premise is, hey, listen, if you're not a full-time trader, and if you're saying that you're a part-time trader, that's just kind of the nice way of saying, listen, I failed as a full-time trader. And it's a tough business. And I do agree trading is a tough business, and I do see what this person is coming across as, but my big thing is, and my argument and my challenge to you and, my advice to you would be never sit there and just have your goal be, I want to be a full-time trader. You want to be a part-time trader, and here's why. So we have full and part, right? But what do we say about with all this, and how am I defining each of these, and why I would call myself a part-time trader, and why my goal was never to be a full-time trader? Because, well, we have time here, right? So we have full-time and part-time. But the question really becomes, all right, well, what are you doing with that time? So in this person's situation, they're pretty much saying, you know what? So here is the full-time trader. And they are saying that, you know what? As far as time is concerned, 100% is being dedicated towards trading. And that's fine. I get what they're saying. Hey, I want to be a full-time trader. I want to work from home. I want to be my own boss. So yeah, I'm full-time, 100% towards trading. And yeah, that's, like I said, I get where they're coming from, but my challenge and what I am looking to do is this right here. So this is me. And let's put this to you, because this is the challenge that I want for you. I want you to be consistent at trading. I want you to be successful. Yeah, whatever. But in my mind, focus on part, meaning right here, part of the time you're doing trading. But what you really should be doing, and just the way to best protect yourself and your business, and remember, we are all CEOs. CEOs of what? CEOs of our own life. CEOs of our own personal finances. CEOs of just how things play out in our lives. So to best protect your life, your business, you as a CEO, you need to diversify. Diversify what? Well, your streams of income. And as a full-time trader, if 100% is, focused on I'm getting my money from trading, that's risky. Whereas for me, and what I would challenge for you is diversify your streams of income. And the reason why I could never tell anybody that I'm a full-time trader is because, well, my attention, part of my time is being, devoted to real estate investing. I have a portfolio of properties. Part of it is to, claytrader.com. This is a business. This is not like a nonprofit charity. I am doing this because I enjoy it, but I'm also doing it because I'm looking to, again, diversify my streams of income. And then from here, I have a couple other, I have moneywithclay.com, I have maintainthegains.com, and then I have some cows. In fact, I'll put a picture up on the screen right now, and you can see me and my daughter with the investment of cows, but that's a whole nother story. The point, and by the way, cows, it's not like I'm some sort of cow baron. It's just a kind of a fun stream of income. But the point here being, this is why you should want to be a part-time trader. You should be part-time because you need to be able to sit there and say, well, I don't devote all my time to trading. Sure, maybe in the morning I'm doing trading, and then in the afternoon, maybe I'm looking at some real estate stuff, or who knows what else you're doing. I don't know, maybe you got some sort of drop shipping gig. I know a lot of people in our community do Uber and Uber Eats and Lyft and stuff like that, just to diversify streams of income. If anybody were to say, you drive Uber, you do Uber Eats or Lyft, or you do drop shipping, that means you're failing at trading. Wait, what? No, that's the worst logic ever. That's actually called good wealth building. That's called good business. That's called just diversification. So, and think about it like this too. Another thing I do is just my retirement. And this is what I encourage everybody to do. Retirement in the sense of why, especially if you're a trader, why do you need some sort of financial advisor? you should be able to just manage your investment and, go through all that on your own. Build for retirement. You should understand how to do that. So that in of itself is going to require some time. Whereas if you're saying, I'm a full-time trader because all my time goes towards trading, no, I have a financial manager for my investments and for my retirement. Okay, that's good that you're not spending any time with that, but why wouldn't you? I mean, those fees add up in a large amount when you look at, 30, 40 years. So, I mean, that's another thing that everybody should be doing. So, yeah, if you are going full-time with just trading, that's not really what you should be doing from, again, a wealth building perspective. Anybody out there that is wealthy, talk to them. Hey, how do you make your money? They're going to say, well, I do this, and then I do that, and then I have that. And they're going to have different streams of income. So yes, should trading be a stream of income? Yeah, absolutely it should be. But it should be one of many. And your goal should be to be a part-time trader so that you can focus other bits of time building those other streams of income. So no, it doesn't make me, it doesn't make you, it doesn't make anybody a failure if you're just a part-time trader. In fact, I would argue that if you're a full-time trader, you're actually failing. Not necessarily failing at trading, but failing at just wealth building in general. So that's my thoughts on it. I thought it was an interesting take and a comment where I can, like I said, see where he's coming from. But I wanted to dig a little bit deeper and kind of argue or present my situation and the way I would challenge you to go about all this. So yeah, focus on being a part-time trader so that you can do all this other good stuff. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.